The OURI program at the University of Tampa attracts very, very gifted, creative students who are interested in research. And once they work their way through the program, what they come out as are highly qualified researchers that have done work really at the graduate level.
The OURI program allows students to design a research project that's something that they feel interested in and choose a faculty mentor who's going to oversee that project.
To me, the OURI program is a lifeline for my research in my lab and my students.
I didn't think this early stage of my career I could be writing grants and leading research on my own.
I decided to come to UT because it was one of the only places I found that would let me major in a science and an art. I studied catharsis and trying to find the best way to create a cathartic relationship between the dancer and the dance. I like to say that I have enough ideas to write a book when I need to write a chapter. Having a faculty mentor was a really amazing experience to have the one-on-one personalized conversations.
I'm working on harmful algal blooms. I presented at a conference right here at University of Tampa, so lots of familiar faces and my old professors came in and asking me questions.
I also recently took this research to the National Undergraduate Research Conference, and it was my first ever conference, and I had a really great time, and I got a lot of interest.
I'm very lucky that I get to work with students all across the university. I really think one of the best things about OURI is putting students together who might otherwise not have had an opportunity to work together because their majors are so different. They might be in different colleges, but they each bring something different to the table.
So in my lab, the Language, Culture, and Cognition lab, we look at how language and culture mediates memory. We've been spending most of our time on the culture side of that, looking at face memory. One of the parts of face memory that we spend all of our time on for now is our inability to remember faces outside of our race that well. We spend a lot of time coming up with projects to try to mitigate this problem.
Within the OURI program, students develop a very robust set of skills that aids them in all of their professional pursuits after the University of Tampa. The most memorable of the experiences that I have had working with students from the OURI program was on a project about the morphology of hammerhead sharks. I've been doing shark research for the better part of 25 years, and over the course of that research career, this particular project was hands down the best undergraduate student-led project I've ever been a part of. And in doing this, it was this very creative process, an authentic process of students seeing how to nurture an idea into a reality.
I've had plenty of students get into my lab, love the experience, and realize, why wasn't I doing this my first year?
Having these lab skills so early in my academic career and having a paper published before I graduate and having my research presented and having all those plethora of skills, I think it sets you apart. OURI has definitely helped me gain these skills so I can launch my career from here.